Why, hello there, Nesto here. I hope this video finds you very well today. And okay, so where are we going with this? We're going with thank you for tuning in. I hope this finds you very well. I'm bringing you a summary of a knife. I've done a full review. The full review will be linked down below in the description, along with the links for this knife. This is the budget knife, the Vosteed Raccoon. This is the 2.0. And as I said in my full review, this is a good budget knife. It is absolutely a good knife. I do think that you can probably find, if you do a little bit of searching, some stuff that sort of beats it out a little bit, or decently, in the same price category, just maybe a little bit cheaper. So, there is that. However, this is absolutely acceptable and not bad at all on a budget. And, yeah. It's $69. Ha ha ha. It works at this price point. It does. And it's popular. Vosteed. They have a billion types of raccoons, ranging from $59 to almost $200. But we're talking about this 2.0. What do we got here real fast? Clip point blade shape, but you can access the tip, which is nice for a clip point blade shape. Reasonably thin. This one has a sort of, they call it a copper finish. Not quite. In fact, the clip has more of a sort of copper finish. If you look at them compared to one another, it's got like a little bit of darker and more red in there. Doesn't quite match, but again, weirdly enough, the button does match pretty closely, at least. It's like it transitions. This one is a little bit closer to this one, and then this one is pretty close to that one. It just sort of shifts, phase shifts along there. But at budget price points, I'm not going to complain too much as long as they have the same general color, right? I don't particularly love the brown-ish blade at all, but I wanted to check out their copper stuff, so they call this a copper finish, I think, or copper dune or something like that. Yeah. It's fine. It's not my jam, but if you like it, you like it. If you don't, there's black blades, there's plain blades, there's all kinds of things. As I said, there's a billion different raccoons, crossbar locks, I think there's liner locks, button locks, top liner locks. Who the heck knows where they're going to go and what they're going to do with them. There's also a bunch of different blade shapes. If you don't like this, there's a drop point, there's a sheep's foot. There's actually two types of sheep's foot. But yeah, it's extensive line. 14C28N blade. Steel, by the way. Sharpening tool and plunge grind is adequate. It could be pulled back a little bit, the plunge, but it's almost at the full height there, so it gives you enough life. And the stop pin, well, there's two. Open position stop pin is right there, and the closed position stop pin is right there. Neither of which come anywhere near the edge, and this liner lock button does not touch, so in fact it hits there. So you can definitely cut in your own choil if you ever have to. I mean, you probably are gotten your money's worth out of the knife once you've, sharpened that much of it off, so probably won't ever have to deal with that, which is always a good thing. This one has micarta. There's aluminum, titanium, super slim versions, G10 versions, you name it. This micarta it's okay. It's not the greatest micarta in the world. It's not the top end stuff that Vosteed sometimes uses, and it's not the great stuff that like Kaiser sometimes or often uses. But it's good. It's still very nice. It's comfortable. It's solid micarta. Not something to super complain about. T8 hardware everywhere except for the pocket clip. The pocket clip is reversible, but T6 for some reason. You only have to deal with that once, probably, if you actually do want to swap the clip for like left-handed carry. This top liner lock is pretty ambidextrous. Unlike regular liner locks, it's pretty friendly to left-handed people, so you can swap the clip if you want. I do not have to deal with that. Steel liners, not that much weight reduction. I remember this from the review. Not that much weight reduction in there, but it's like 3.7 ounces, and you get like 3.2 ounces or inches of blade. Not quite an ounce an inch, but not heavy. Surprisingly light for, not really that much weight reduction in the steel. That's fine. Jimping does a tiny bit, not much. Blade's got some swedges on it. I think the clip point here is definitely the most interesting looking blade. Well, no, with the clip point, they dropped that modified heavy, like high tip sheep's foot one. That looks really good too, in my opinion. Thumb stud actuation. You can use the button, but it's primarily thumb stud actuation. Works really well. Bearings, as you can see, it dropped pretty well. With the button depressed, without it depressed, it's a shake shot. But that's fine. You have a choke-up position here with some more jimping that, honestly, that was kind of one of the reasons why I didn't look into this knife as sooner as a budget knife. Just looking at that, especially in pictures, the angle, it doesn't look like it's going to be good. It looks like it's going to throw you into the edge. No, it doesn't. There's more than enough room here. It is big enough, and you can counterbalance with your finger on the spine there to give yourself sort of slight trigger pull. It's very comfortable, and you can totally use it like this without worrying. I haven't found myself slipping up at all. I really don't it's like there's enough room that I don't really feel like I'm going to go forward into it. And even if I get really close, it really doesn't throw you forward at all, even though it, looks like it should. Certainly no complaints there. Backspacer here. The backspacer, I think, is aluminum. Pretty positive. It looks like it's finished like aluminum with that almost like slight, wire wheel eggshell finish. They do that on aluminum a lot. I know it's not steel. I did test it. But it's not magnetic, but I'm pretty sure it's aluminum. I always forget the name of this for some reason. It is a filler tab. I don't know why. I cannot remember that. Filler tab if you want to reverse the clip, or just a filler tab to fill the hole of the clip. Clip is deep carry. Clip works really well. This is a really, really good clip. It's not full, like, complete immersion deep carry, but it is pretty darn deep carry. Clips works great. Great design. Simple clip. Continuous rise. Nothing to complain there on that. I do think that the lanyard hole was maybe prioritized a little bit over the clip as the clip got shifted down. I would like it to be shifted up just a little tiny bit here and like here. So if the top of the clip was like there instead of there, basically, I think it would make for just the tiniest bit more universally comfortable handle. It would sort of put it more in the center of your hand where it does get a little bit close. However, it is by no means in any way, shape, or form uncomfortable or annoying or at all. It's good. So that's really nitpicking. But that's what I'm here to do. And if that's not what I'm here to do, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to do it. Exactly. Overall, yeah, it's good. The Raccoons are popular for a reason. I'll link them down below if you want to check them out. Vosteed and probably another site. They're all over the place, right? I do believe I said this in the review, but, I mean, you can probably do a little bit better in terms of just general price. $69 is a little bit high for this. I'd like to see it at $59. And, well, I mean, there are definitely some knives. I mean, I just recently got this one, or semi-recently got this one. The Real Steel Spectrum in Nitro V. Again, this is a button lock, but, I mean, it is a Poltergeist design, so, I mean, it's not even an in-house design. G10. There's no steel liners on this. Does have a sort of a clamshell construction. It's a little bit of a interesting shape and everything like that. This is cheaper, I believe. So, similar steels, similar price points, but maybe a little bit cheaper. There's a lot of competition, and I do think that this one can be outdone by some if we're simply looking at the price point. But by no means is it a bad knife. By no means is it a bad budget knife. And by no means is it completely out of the range of what it should be at this for it's like, the price point is not unreasonable. Do I want to see a little bit, like $10 less? Sure, but I could say that about almost everything, especially nowadays. So, yeah, Raccoon here. Good one. Solid one. A lot to like. I can see why it's popular. They've done a good job with this. And you have a ton of options, so check it out, or don't. Your choice. Either way, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Consider liking and subscribing, if you would be so kind. And there'll be some videos popping up for other stuff on the channel if you want to check them out. Otherwise, I will see you later, and have a great day.